Hey guys, welcome back to Who is with D today. Today I'm hosting a volleyball player from Germany. Hi Samira, how are you?
Hi Dee, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you ready for this podcast?
Yes.
Okay, so today we're gonna talk about Germany, which is your home country. And then we're gonna play 3 Live on Truth, and after we're gonna play a little trivia with you. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Perfect.
Let's start.
So, where are you from in Germany? Can you kind of describe it to us and put a picture to our minds, please?
Yeah. So, I live in Rostock, which is in the northern part of Germany. We moved, but before we moved to the countryside, I lived like in the city Rostock, so I just need like 15 minutes to the beach with a bike and like 15 minutes to like downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown, it's like not that big, but
Is it bigger than Des Moines?
no, it's like around the same size.
Okay. That sounds fun. I wish I was close to the beach. It
Yeah,
will be
it's fun. I play a lot of beach volleyball in summer.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. Can you describe a typical day in Germany? Like
So-
your typical day.
So my typical day was like I went to school. It was like it started at 7:30, 7:40, 50. I can't even remember. And then I had like class until most of the times 3:15. Then I went home. Then I did home. I was supposed to do homework when I was home. I always did homework.
Yeah.
And after I was done with the homework, I went to practice because we don't have high school sports. We just have club. So that's like
Yeah.
nothing special. But like a typical German day is very structured normally. Like my parents,
Yeah.
it's structured. It's every day the same.
What about in weekends?
Like for me or my like a typical day.
Like for your family, let's say.
Okay, so we wake up at 8, feed the dog, let him out, feed my cat. I love my cat. And then we eat breakfast all together, most of the times all together, it depends. And then everyone does their own stuff, like my parents do laundry or like clean, and I do my homework or did my homework or just like relax, do workout, whatever we want. So then we eat lunch at 12, like not later. And so after this we kind of take a nap, like we have like a little space for each other, from each other. And then we have a little snack at like around 3ish. Then we spend time with the family and then we eat dinner at 6.
Yeah. That sounds fun. So do you ever like go out to the mall or something or with friends?
Oh yeah, with my friends. Sometimes
Okay.
with my parents. That's most fun because like you get a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I also sometimes just prefer to go out with my family. It's just fun.
Yeah. And they spoil you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Is it true that Germans are rude?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say they're rude. Like the first impression is very rude because Americans are always like, if you leave your card in a supermarket and like someone tries to like, even there's like a lot of space, you said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and they're like, "Oh, you're good, no problem." And in Germany, we wouldn't give, like we wouldn't care about that part.
Yeah.
We would just be like, okay, why don't you just move my card? So we seem very rude.
Yeah.
But like once you know Germans, they are very nice.
Yeah, you are a really nice person.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank you. Is it expensive to live in Germany?
It depends. Like the housing costs are really expensive. Like that's insane. And like gas and stuff, it's like super expensive. Almost not affordable. Like you go to work to pay everything, but that's it. But like food and stuff, for example, in America, fast food is so cheap, and in Germany, vegetables and stuff is like, this is very, like fruits are kind of expensive because like it's imported. So
Yeah.
but the rest is pretty cheap. Like food and like health insurance and stuff is cheaper than here, but living costs are more expensive. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have free healthcare?
Yeah, kind of. Like we have to pay monthly, but it's not a lot. It's
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Do you pay the insurance or to the hospital?
No, you pay the insurance.
Okay.
It's a company. You have to have one. That's
Okay.
like mandatory to have. But you can pick. But like it covers almost everything. That's why I was shocked when I saw my bills. I didn't know like doctors are that expensive.
Yeah, it is really expensive here. Is Germans are really strict?
So the German like daily structures, as I told you, is like very strict. It's
Yeah.
like every day the same. And like school, My grades are very good here, and I'm like not good in Germany with my grades. So it's like you have to have a plan about everything.
Yeah.
So like 10 minutes earlier is still too late sometimes.
That's awesome. Yeah, we in Turkey we actually say that like you should work like a German. I don't know if it's a stereotype or not, but it's like a known fact that Germans are like hard workers and stuff.
Yeah, we're just like very on time. It's
Why do you think German sounds really angry and rude?
I think we have a lot of like from the back of your throat.
Yeah.
So a lot of countries, like I would say a lot of like English speaking people think it sounds very aggressive because
Yeah.
like they don't speak like that. Like they don't speak in the back of their throat. So that's why it probably sounds. We don't speak that aggressive, to be honest. But also like most of the like videos you see about the German language is a lot about like they pronounce it very harsh. Like you would
Yes.
never say it like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I see some TikToks and
Or
they just make fun of German, but they pronounce it different. Like you can't tell that
Yes.
they're putting effort to pronounce it that way.
Or if the women's basketball coach hear this right now. So when he says 9, we don't say 9 like that,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, he's funny. He also calls me Deniz.
He just calls me no, but in German.
Yeah. What are some stereotypes?
I would say drinking beer, which is kind of true. Then that you're very on time, it's also kind of true. It's a like stereotype that we eat a lot of, like we call it bratwurst and sauerkraut. It's like a typical meal. It's not that true. Like it's more common in the south, but we don't really eat that much. And what else? Like we eat a lot of potatoes. That's also true. I would say a lot of stereotypes would actually fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one stereotype. So Americans, we do not drink warm beer. Please stop
Yeah.
thinking that.
No warm beer.
That's
sounds-
disgusting.
I agree. Beer has to be cold.
Yeah, like some people ask me, so you drink warm beer over in Germany? No, no.
So why did you come to America?
So my mom and I, we were making jokes about me playing volleyball in America because we saw an advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw one about like scholarships in America, find your place. And so mom was like, you should apply there. I was like, seriously? I don't know. Should I? And she's like, yeah, just for fun. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't cost anything. So my chances were very high to get a scholarship. So I was like, okay. So I got a couple offers. And that's why I was like, okay, mom, I probably try it out and go to the US. So it started with a joke, actually.
So why did you pick SWCC? You said you had a couple offers.
So SWCC was the perfect fit for me. Like when I, like, just the atmosphere, like everything was like a big family. So yeah, I come like from a not big city, but like normal sized city, I would say. And I wanted to experience like the smaller life.
Yeah.
I prefer the city life. I found out I prefer that one.
Yeah.
But also like I heard that professors on like smaller colleges are like a lot more, they want you to pass the classes, so they're a lot more willing to
Yeah.
put effort in.
Yeah. Professors we have in SWCC, definitely top class. I love all of my professors.
Yes.
Do you like it here? How is your American college experience so far?
I like it here. It was like it's sad that I got injured, so I couldn't really experience the student athlete part.
Yeah.
So because I was in the middle or in the beginning of the season, but it was actually really fun. Sometimes I wish we would be a little bit closer to a bigger city, so
Yeah.
actually like to see America and sorry, not just Creston.
Yeah. Well,
But the rest was pretty nice, especially like dorm life and stuff. It's like how
Yeah.
you see it in movies, kinda.
it's
Just like
kinda
smaller.
like that. Just some people are antisocial.
Yes.
So you don't really see everyone like hang out like in the movies, but there are still people that wants to hang out, and I think
I would
that's really
say,
fun.
I would also say in the beginning of the year, everyone was like super excited, and
Yes.
everyone is like just in their rooms. No one want to be like
Yeah.
left alone.
Yeah. Are you homesick?
I was one time when I got COVID last year. I was isolated in my room for 10 days. It was horrible. It was in the beginning. I was like, nice, no one bothers me. I have 10 days for myself, and I don't need to speak to anyone. But then I became kind of homesick, and I made a kind of expensive decision. I decided I just book a flight and surprise my family on Christmas. So they didn't know I was coming home. I came home, and then I came home. So
Wow. Can you tell about their like
reaction.
reaction? Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like a really good gift for them.
Oh, it was definitely the most expensive gift my parents will ever get from me. So I booked the flight, and then I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I had to manage everything by myself, even
Yeah.
like the flight changes. I was like, okay, I want to text my mom. What am I supposed to do now? The flight was kind of hard because I almost missed my last flight, and then I would miss my bus, and nobody could pick me up because the only people who could pick me up were my parents.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I need to get my flight. I sprinted through the whole airport in London, and I was like out of breath, and then like a soccer boy was next to me, and he was like totally fine, and I was like, I want to put my gear down. I'm not playing any sports. But when I came home, it was my sister's birthday actually. When I came home, my sister knew I was coming home, so we surprised my parents together. First of all, my sister cried. She started crying, yes. And
Is
then
it
I was
older sister?
yeah, she's 25. And it was like Christmas times, obviously. So she already had a Christmas tree. And I was like, my parents were supposed to come at 3. I remember this. And my parents are never late. And they came at 3:15. 15 minutes too late for a German. So I was behind a tree, and then I was like, wait. And then I came out of the tree, and I was like, wait. Germans are supposed to be on time, Mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, no, you're here. And then my dad had tears in his eyes. I never saw him crying or anything. And then he was like, so you're coming home? And I was like, yeah. So they were actually really happy.
That sounds really awesome. And how long did you stay there?
Like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And the most fun part was like before that, my parents already told me like, oh, Christmas is going to be such a nice dinner. It's going to be so delicious. And I was like, my mind was like, yeah, I'm coming home too, but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah. What are the some biggest differences between Germany and America?
I would say especially like the size, like driving 5 hours here is nothing. Germany, in Germany, it's like halfway through. Like you almost saw the whole country. So then like that you live in a lot of like houses are pretty cheap and like pretty common to live in. Like apartments are almost more expensive. Germany is like different. Also like I would say the energy from people. Like I wouldn't call Americans lazy, but like they're like maybe I do later, maybe I do tomorrow, and like I have to have it done. And also they're like they show you more if they like you or if they don't like you. One thing which I really had to get used to is the hey, how are you from Americans, because I honestly think sometimes they do not care.
Yeah, they
They
just
ask to be nice.
and then they leave without listening to
Yes,
your
they're
answer.
like, good, how are you? And they just don't answer. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so you are not interested.
Yeah.
Some Germans would never talk to you in public, or they are considered as kind of weird.
Yeah, that's also same in my country. Like you don't really speak to a stranger or just ask, how are they? Just to ask, like, yeah. Okay, so this was all the questions I had for you. But now we're gonna play a little game called 3 Lie, 1 Truth. So I'm gonna tell you 4 facts about Germany, but 3 of them are a lie and 1 of them is true. So I'm gonna need you to find the true one.
Okay, are you saying like the truth after that?
Yes, I will tell you. Okay, are you ready? So first fact is Germany legalized same-sex marriage in 2013. Second, university is free for everyone. Third, German was the official language of England for about 300 years. And the last fact, the German army was the first to use camouflage in 1915, which is World War I.
See, I think the marriage was earlier, so that's like, I think it's like, since I was born, that's a lie. Then I think the army used it before. They were smarter before. That you can see.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like England now. I think English was before German, so I doubt that this was the official language. So, and I know university is free for everyone, so that's the truth.
Yeah, that's the correct answer.
Thanks.
Okay, well, Okay, second one. The first fact, the German rail network is the second largest in Europe and ninth biggest in the world. German law forbids couples from kissing on train platforms. There are over 2,100 castles in Germany. And the last one is, Germany is always among the countries with the highest standard of living in the world.
Yeah, I think the last one is the truth. I would say it's one of the like richest countries. So
But you picked the wrong one.
Ah,
Yeah.
what is the right one?
Guess. Or try to find it.
Okay, so I never got fined, so I don't think the kissing part is illegal. Castles, maybe? We have a lot of history.
Yeah.
It's the right one.
Yes, it's
Okay.
the castles. Yeah, that fact, like the one you chose before, that's actually a fact about Austria.
Austria is a great country.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Expensive.
Have you been there?
I drove through that country. Like, we stopped there a couple of times, but I went to a lot of countries. It's actually, like,
Yeah.
easy to travel in Europe.
Yeah, I heard that in Europe there's like no borders. You can just
Yeah, if you
kinda
have a
go
European
through.
citizenship, you can, like, travel in every country without a passport. Except, like, England, since they're not in the European Union
Yeah.
anymore. But the rest...
Yeah, that's really awesome that you could just travel.
Yeah, like, I literally do need, like, 2 hours to Denmark. So...
Okay, now we have a little trivia. And this time I'm gonna need you to answer faster.
Okay.
Okay. What colors are on the flag of Germany?
Red. Oh my god, I messed it up. Like the black, red, yellow, or gold, whatever you want to call it.
How many official languages are there in Germany?
I believe it's just German.
How many countries share a border with Germany?
9 countries.
What are those countries?
So it's Denmark, it's Poland, it's, I don't know how to pronounce that,
Czech Republic?
Yes. It's Austria, it's Luxembourg, it's Switzerland, it is Netherlands, it is France, it is, I have one
8?
left.
I don't know.
I don't know the last one. I probably know, I just can't remember.
Yeah.
That's
What-
sad.
Oh, that's okay. What is the name for Germany in the German language?
Deutschland.
I love that word.
You
It's
do?
so yeah, it's such a cute word.
See, I think everyone thinks that sounds aggressive already.
Yeah. Which car manufacturer is not German? BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, Skoda.
It's Skoda.
Yes, correct. Look at you. Well, Sam, thank you so much for joining me today. It was
Thanks.
really fun talking to you.
Thanks for being here. Thank you for letting me be here.
Of course, I'm honored. And thank you to our listeners for listening to our podcast today. Today, I hosted Samira from Germany, and we talked about her experience in America. Please don't forget to follow SWCC on social media to keep up with the updates. I will see you guys at the next podcast. See you later.
See ya, D.
Bye.